Giving and receiving. It's what life is all about. Patience, understanding, caring are among the gifts the residents and staff share at Cedar Crest. Our community is a vibrant force in the lives of many. How that's done is simple. By offering a place for older adults to live the life they want while promoting independence and providing support. Here is the story of one Cedar Crest family. It captures the essence of what we do here every day.
Cedar Crest has been a part of the Jacobek family for many years. Our parents, George and Laura, began to talk about moving there when we were still in high school. When our parents talked to us about moving to Cedar Crest, they talked about the challenges they had seen with their friends aging, and that Cedar Crest was a place they knew that would give them the opportunity to live the kind of lives they wanted and yet have the opportunities to have care that they would need. They were so confident of their decision. The facilities were right, the people, all of their interactions with them had been good, the things they knew they could do there. And they also, I think, knew that the levels of care that would be available if they ever needed them gave them enormous comfort and confidence in the decision. You know, as a young person, you don't know what life will be like for them, but we did know that they were so confident of the decision that we expected it to go well. We understood that the level of care meant that they would have those options when and if they needed them. The part that I don't think we really understood is what it would mean for them as people who moved there, what it would give their life, the quality that it would be for them. It exceeded anything I expected or understood at that time. My parents, George and Laura Jacobek, moved to Cedar Crest in 1984. Dad had had a career as a construction estimator and contractor's representative on projects around Janesville and in Milwaukee. Mom, like most women of her time, was a homemaker. Together they raised 4 children. They hosted 2 foreign exchange students, and they were very active in their church and schools and the community as a whole. When they moved to Cedar Crest, their lives remained just as busy. Mom gardened. Dad and his cronies started the men's forum, and they called it the Liars Club back then. They made a lot of friends, and the freedom that they had because they lived at Cedar Crest enabled them to travel and gave them so much time for their volunteer commitments. They always had time for their family. One summer, their oldest granddaughter learned to ride her bike in the Cedar Crest parking lot. The first years that my parents were at Cedar Crest were really golden for them. The freedom they had in their apartment there let them do all the things that mattered to them. They made wonderful friends at Cedar Crest, and I only think looking back now do I realize the variety of friends they had. It seems that in many ways they had some of the best friendships of their life there because they lived close to these people. My father saw his friends every morning. My mother could go out in the evening quickly and talk to somebody about a book. They met people in the dining room and in the garden, in the library, and in the parking lot. It was a rich, vibrant, full, satisfying life, and I think it's richer than it would have been had they stayed in their own home because of the freedom that Cedar Crest gave them to have their needs taken care of, and the time that they had could be spent on the things that mattered most to them. When Dad died in 1998, the staff at Cedar Crest grieved with us. They shared stories about him with us, and it really made us understand how much Cedar Crest had become family to our parents. Shortly after that, we realized that it was necessary for Mom to receive more care. Her life didn't change all that much, though, after she moved to assisted living. She still gardened, she walked, she continued reading to other residents. She was proud of herself, though, when her condition improved enough that she was able to return to her apartment about 1.5 years later. In the 25 years that my parents were at Cedar Crest, they used all the levels of care that were there. Their first years in the apartment, they were very independent and cooked all of their own meals and came and went as they wanted. In the later years of my dad's life, when they were just more limited, they used the dining room more. I remember the last birthday of my mother's that they celebrated together. My dad brought roses and he took them down to the dining room and they celebrated her birthday together there. She broke her hip like a lot of people do at that point, and we were so grateful that the health care facility at Cedar Crest was a place where she could go. She got out of the hospital faster. She was able to recover from the hip problem at Cedar Crest. She was back in a place she knew. Her friends came to see her. It's an amazing set of facilities and care that Cedar Crest gives people that connects with what they need, when they need it, and how they need it. My brothers and I shared the duties of contacting Cedar Crest staff to find out about my mother's condition. We were always treated well. People went the extra mile for us and for Mother over and over again. They were so patient when she was upset about losing her independence. They always tried to make things right for her, and she was such a priority for them, and her well-being was a priority for them. That was so reassuring to us as children who couldn't be there. My mother's final wish was to die at home, and home for her was Cedar Crest, and she got her wish. She got the best possible care. In some ways, my brothers and I were surprised by the care we were shown, because there are things that are very hard about aging, and to have somebody be that caring about it is in one way surprising. And as children in the family, we showed up when we had concerns, and so we were kind of distressed family members. But the Cedar Crest staff were there for us and for our mother. And yet when I think about it now, that care and concern is what my parents saw way back when they were fairly young people and made the decision to think about moving to Cedar Crest, and it's what my brothers and I felt in all of our interactions with Cedar Crest over the years. Cedar Crest accomplished its mission with George and Laura. Their lives were rich and full. They were lives that were empowered because they were in a community where they had so many resources. They were able to maintain their independence, and yet when they needed things, Cedar Crest was there. It was a wonderful life. I can't imagine a better place for my parents in those years. My family is deeply grateful for the opportunities that Cedar Crest gave our parents to be vibrant and active for so long. They were cared for in every way possible at every stage of their lives. I hope that the Cedar Crest staff knows what a blessing they are to the residents that they care for. They make a difference not only to each resident, but for all of us family members as well.